You can always tell when someone is trying to be interesting in a conversation, and it's usually the thing which stops them from being actually good company. So everyone and their dog has been told to ask better questions in conversations, especially when you're meeting people. And what people usually do is they think about trying to say something clever. And I could probably make a PDF, something like 25 questions which are going to make your conversations more interesting. And people would download it because it feels like you've prepared. It feels like you're taking effort. So it feels like you're taking an interest. But usually it lands as exactly the opposite, because prepared questions, they sound prepared and they could be asked of literally anyone. It's just novelty dressed up as interest. Happened to me recently as well. I was on a call with someone, a potential client, and he opened by asking me something along the lines of, what was the highlight of your year so far? Which was well intentioned, but it made me feel like I was being interviewed. And I don't think it was really needed either. He knew who I was, he'd watched my stuff, he knew I lived in Berlin. We actually went on to have a great conversation. He had everything he needed to make it personal, but he just led with a script. Now, I think you don't necessarily need a more interesting question, but you just need a more specific one. How are you is actually fine, but one thing you could do, which would be far better, is take something you know about the person and put it into an ordinary question. How are you becomes, how's Berlin treating you? Same question. Now it could have been asked of me. I think that the upgrade to questions is not necessarily novelty, but rather specificity. And that's the one thing which moves focus away from you onto them and therefore makes you a better person to talk to. Have you got a favorite opening question though? Let me know in the comments.